Uh, t- 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 what is the window? Yeah, macroeconomics. We are going to read over the microeconomics. What how it is function. How it differ from micro. Macro. How macro and micro differ from each other. Yeah. So let's read. Macroeconomics is a branch of economics that deal with the performance, structure, and behavior and decision making of economics as a whole. For example, using interest rate, taxes, and government spending or regulate economic growth and stability. This include regional, national, global economics. Macroeconomics is a study topic of GDP, gross domestic product, unemployment, national income, price indices, inflation, shaping investment, energy, international trade, international finance. Macroeconomics and microeconomics are two managed general field of economics. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 17 has targeted to enhance global microeconomics stability through policy coordination and coherence, part of 2030 agenda, according to 2018 Assembly of Economists (ME). Nakamura and John extension economic evidence regarding the consequences of different macroeconomic policy help development origin. Macroeconomics descended from the once divided field of business cycle theory and monetary theory. The quantity theory of money has been particularly influenced the world. It took many forms, including evolution with a typical view of quantity theory, money velocity, and the quantity of good produced would be constant, so increase in money supply would lead to direct increase in price level. The quantity theory of money was central part of the classical theory of economics. Early 20th century Australian Lewington's work Theory of Money and Colgate published in 1912 was one of the first book of the Australian school to deal with microeconomics topic. Keynes and his follower. What is this? Macroeconomics, at least in modern form, began with the publication of General Theory of Development and Interest Rate written by John Mayer, not Keynes. It's he look like that, but I don't think his fish first time. Lord Keynes. Jonas Gerard Keynes is very promising. Global in the world of economics. Every theory, almost all theory economics. Let the hero is view. Did he won Nobel Prize in econ awards? Award. Let's see what. No, he didn't. All goods and labor were solo. Kelly's offered a new theory of economics that explained why market might not clear, which would evolve later in 20th century into a group of microeconomics school of thought. Keynesian economics. In Keynes theory, the quantity theory broke down people because business tend to be hold on their cash in tough economics time. A phenomena has been described in liquidity preference. Let's know how the multiplier effect would magnify a small decrease in consumption and investment cost declines throughout the economy. Keynes also noted the role of uncertainty and animal spirit can play an economy. The generation following Keynes combined the macroeconomics general theory with neoclassical thinking. By the 1915, the most economy has acquired synthesis view of macroeconomics. Economists like Paul Samuelson, Francois Modigliani, James Tobin, Robert Slow developed from Keynes model was contributed formal theories of consumption, investment, and many demanded from Milton Friedman updated the quantity theory of money to include role of money demand. He argued that the role of money in the economy was sufficient to explain Great Depression. Also, aggregate demand-oriented explanation were not necessary. Friedman also argued that the monetary policy was more effective than fiscal policy. However, Friedman doubted the government ability to fine-tune the economic model. His generally favored policy stand down. Friedman also generally Philip corporate relationship between inflation and employment. Friedman was adjuvant Phillips, who was the monetarist proposed argument version of Phillips curve that executed possibility of stable long-run trade-off between inflation and employment. When the oil shocks in 1970 created high unemployment, high inflation, Friedman and Phillips were vindicated. Monetarism was particularly influential in 1918. Monetarism fell out of favor when central bank found difficult to target money supply. Instead of interest rate as a monetarism, monetarist recommended Terrorism also become politically unpopular when the central bank created recession in order to slow inflation. New classical macroeconomics further challenge to Keynes' school. A central development in classical thought when came Robert Lucas introduced rational exception to microeconomics. Prior to Lucas, economists had generally used adaptive acceptation where agents were accused to look at the recent past of the make acceptation over the future, and the rational expectation agents are assumed to be more sophisticated. A consumer will simply assume 2% difference just because there has been average of year. They look at the current monetary policy and economic condition to make a forecast. When a classical economist introduce relational expectation of their models. How many minutes has been completed in this video? Yeah, around 6 minutes. Yo, we're going to go to space. No, I don't want this brother. Does it recording? Does it, does it record that portion that I have switched over time? I don't know. Maybe it can. Let's see. After it, I finish the video. New Keynesian report. Aggregate demand, aggregate supply. Aggregate demand, aggregate supply is a standard textbook model of explaining the microeconomics. Show the price level and level of real output of equilibrium aggregate supply. The aggregate demand downward slope means the more output is demanded, the lower price. Downward slope is the result of three factors. Figure out real balance effect, which is said the real price fall, real wealth increase, resulting the higher consumer demand for goods. The Keynesian interest rate effect, which instead that the price fall, the demand money decreases, causing interest rate to decline and borrowing for investment consumption to increase. And next, export effect, which is stated that the price raise domestic goods become comparatively more expensive to for consumer, leading to decline export. In conventional Keynesian use of ADS theorem, the aggregate supply curve is horizontal and low below the output and become inelastic near the point of potential output, which correspond with full employment. Since the economy cannot produce beyond a potential output, any expansion will lead to higher price. Instead of ADS diagram can model a variety of macroeconomic phenomena, including inflation, change in non-price level factor of determinant cost, change in aggregate demand, and shift in entire aggregate demand curve. When demand of goods exceeds supply, this is inflationary gap, which where demand put full inflation occur and AD curve shift upward a higher price level. When the economy faces higher cost inflation, as curve toward higher inflation. ADS diagram is widely used to instructive tool to model effect of various economic policies. ISLM model gives the underpinning the aggregate demand. It answers the question at any given price level what is quantity of good demand. What combination of interest rate and output will ensure equilibrium in both goods and market? The good market is modeled as a giving equality between investor and public and everybody. There is a money market model will give equilibrium between money supply and liquidity preference. As consists of the point combination of income and interest rate, where investment given the interest rate is equal to public and private giving is downward sloping because output and interest rate have an immersive relation with good market. As output increase, more increase the step, which means the LM curve is upward sloping because the interest rate output has a positive relationship in the money or market. In income is indirectly equal to output increase. The demand for money increases, resulting in rise of the interest rate in order to just offset the anticipated rise in money demand. The LM curve is often used to demonstrate the effect of the monetary and fiscal policy. Textbook frequently use ISM model, but does not feature the complexities of the modern system economic model. These models feature similar relationship to those ISLM growth models. What can be the modern growth model? Humanity economy system as a substitute system. I have already completed about 9 minutes in this video, not 10 minutes. So let's continue with the process. Just believe in the process. Everything will go right. If it happen or not, it's depend on the luck. But what you can do now is to just believe in process and keep going. Just don't stop, don't think about whether it's correct or not. Just keep going. If you are on highway, you don't think there's a stop. You know that there will be any destination. It will be a long highway. It will be a long highway. It can be some 3-digit highway, 300 400 kilometer. But you know there is a destination. That's assume here, not assume, there will be, if you are in, if your intention is good, you want to help out someone, then obviously what is watching, it will help out you in some manner way. And if it does not, doesn't feel that you have done this, that thing all the time, all the year, national output is the total in amount of everything a country produces in given period of time. Everything is that is produced and sold again generate an equal amount of income. The total out of income is where GDP per person. The output and income usually considered two terms are often used interchangeably. Output changes in income. Output can be measured or it can be viewed from production side or measured in total benefit and services. And macroeconomics output is really measured the gross domestic product or one of the national economists interested in long run output study economic growth, advances in technology, accumulation of machinery and other capital, better education and human capital, a factor that lead to increased economic output over time. However, output does not always encourage consistency over time. Business cycle can cause short-term recession. Economists look at the macroeconomics policy that the amount of unemployment economy is measured by the unemployment as the percentage of work without work labor force. The unemployment rate in labor force only include work activity, looking for job. People who are retired, pursuing education, discouraged from seeking work. Unemployment generally broken down into several types of related to different causes. Classical unemployment, consistent classical employment theory, structural unemployment. While some other unemployment can occur regardless of condition of economy, cyclic unemployment occur when growth is stagnant. Occasionally represent the empirical relation between the unemployment and economic growth, inflation and deflation. What does it mean? A general piece decrease across the a general price increase across when prices decrease the deflation. Economists measure these changes in price index. Inflation can occur when economy become overheated or grow critically. Similarly, a decline in economy can lead to deflation. Central bank who manage a country money supply toward change in price level by using monetary policy, raising interest rate or reducing the supply of money in deposit rate. Inflation can lead to increased uncertainty or negative consequence. Deflation can lower economic output. Central bank can stabilize price to protect economists from negative consequences of price changes. Changes in price level may be result of several factors. The quantity of money hold the changes in price level directly related to changes in money supply. Most economists believe that the relationship explains long-run changes in the price level. Short-term fluctuation may be related to monetary factor, but changes in aggregate demand can influence price level. For example, a decrease in demand due to the recession can lead to lower price. Deflation and negative supply shocks such as oil crisis, lower aggregate supply and inflation. That all can we say? Yeah, do you understand it? Do you understand it? What I want to say through this? Microeconomics policies, monetary policy. What can be monetary policy? We can understand through our sentence. Central bank implement monetary policy by controlling the money supply through several mechanism. Typically, central bank take action by issuing money to buy bond, which boosted the supply money and lower interest rate. Or in case of contractive monetary policy, bank sell bond and take money out of the circulation. Usually, policies implemented by direct supply of money. That's all we can say. Fiscal policy. Fiscal policy use of government revenue and expenditure as instrument to influence the economy. Examples such as tool as an expenditure tax and revenue comparison. So we are rotating. That's it. Mainly focus on GDP. How can GDP does its unemployment, printing, imports, income, national income, price level, output, consumption, inflation, saving, investment. All these things included in the macroeconomics. It's measured on the whole, not a micro is measured on the some basic level on a person per person. But microeconomics is measured on the whole criteria. So we have read more about it. Let's see how many minutes has been passed in this video. It's almost 14 minutes 20 seconds. How much minutes left? Oh, 30 seconds. What can we do in this 30 seconds? We can revise. Try to make summary of this. I'm going to write that down. I don't think speaking English quite often improve my skill. I'm just reading out. It is it is an increase of about 3 to 4% as compared to earlier. But writing down can increase about 20%. So I'm going to write an essay from which help to increase and improve my improve what communication skill or vocabulary. For that vocabulary we can help to arrange more sentences that has been not been implemented yet or spoken out by me now, and what after I did I speak it will help. That's it for the video. We'll see you in next one.